Maundy Thursday. Welcome to the State House. It is April the 6th. Sorry about that. April the 6th, 2023. We're grateful that you've showed up today to be here. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Senator Albritton, Senator Beasley, Senator Elliott,
Here.
Representative England, Representative Garrett, Senator Orr, Representative Pringle, Representative Reynolds, Senator Roberts,
Here.
Representative Witt.
All right, first up, ADECA, page 1 of the agenda. Leading us off today, get us on a good foot.
Yes, sir. I'll certainly try. My name is Mary Elizabeth Dial, representing ADECA. We have 2 contracts before the committee this morning. The first is a contract amendment with the Alabama Clean Fuels Coalition to add funds to our existing contract, both state and federal funds.
Any questions? All right, next.
Our second contract is with the contracting firm Hazen and Sawyer, engineering firm, I apologize, Hazen and Sawyer, to provide professional engineering services to develop and conduct a dam safety survey.
Questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Agriculture Museum Board. Good morning. You guys don't do a lot of contracts? We do not. But I just want to tell you, you did it, your initial submission perfectly. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, start off by telling your name. You don't have to do your birth date. Just tell us your name.
My name is Laura Weber, and I'm the director at Landmark Park in the Alabama Agricultural Museum in Dothan.
Okay.
And we're requesting to approve the hiring of an architect to expand the Agricultural Museum building.
All right, questions? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Conservation.
Good morning, Juliana Dean for
morning.
the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. We have 3 contracts before you today. The first one is for environmental services, Phase 1 and Phase 2 assessments.
Questions? Okay.
The second one is for our state parks reservation system.
Questions? Okay.
And the third one is a no-cost time extension for our engineering services.
Questions? Thank you, Juliana.
Thank you, sir.
Corrections?
Hey, I'm Mandy Spears from the Department of Corrections. We have 2 contracts today. The first is Securus Technology. This is a 1-year no-cost renewal. Securus provides all of our communications for the inmates, provides our telephones and our PEDs for the inmates.
Is this individual cell phone for inmates or?
No, sir.
Okay.
They do those,
Sorry.
no comment.
Sorry. Question, this was last RFP'd in 2018. When will it next be RFP'd?
The RFP will be issued late July. The RFP is in development currently. We hope to have that presented to you in February 2024.
Any questions, committee?
Right, the second is PH&J Architects. This is to provide architectural services on an as-needed basis. This is a 2-year, not to exceed $1.5 million. Again, this is an as-needed basis and as available.
I did have a question from a member. Are they currently doing any other work with you guys right now?
I have no information on that.
No information. Okay. Yes, sir.
Thank you for that. Just as a follow-up question, would any of this work be related to the new construction or all just ongoing projects?
I don't have any information. I don't have any information. I'll get that to you.
Okay, thank you.
Would you like to hold this till you get that answer, sir?
Representative Reynolds, if you could, just email it to me. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll hold that. Rex, let me know when you've gotten it. Thank you.
Perfect.
PH&J?
Okay. If any architect or this particular? Okay. Yes.
All right, so we're going to hold Cirrus and PH&J.
Securus was held?
Isn't that what you asked, Wes?
No, sir, just related to the architectural contract.
I'm so sorry. Thank you very much for correcting that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Early childhood education.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sam Adams from the Department of Early Childhood Education. We've got one contract today. It's an amendment to a previous agreement we had with Education Development Center. This is about our expansion of our First 10 Communities program that we've currently been implementing in Fairfield and Russellville, and are expanding that out to our 19 poorest counties that fall below the 20% or more of the population falls below the poverty line. And this will eventually create a model that will be used statewide based on this piloting process.
Okay. I've just got one comment. This is the fourth contract that we've got to today that was initially rejected for not having proper forms, proper other stuff. I'm just asking for your help. Our staff works very, very diligently going through this. Let's get it right the first time. We just did one contract where they do 1 or 2 a year and they got it perfect on the first shot. I strongly encourage you to do that.
Understood.
Understood. Any questions on for Sam?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, education.
Good morning. Connor Johnson with the Department of Education. Our first contract on the agenda is with Data Recognition Corporation. This is for DRC to come in and build, administer, score, report on our ACAP alternate, which is for students who are English as a second language or special needs.
Okay. Any questions?
Our second contract is also with Data Recognition Corporation. This is for DRC to do the same exact services, but with our practice test for the summative assessment so we can sort of benchmark where our students are.
Okay. This also, you probably don't submit these. We had problems with this initial, was later corrected, but outdated information that we had on the existing contract. So
Okay.
attention to detail matters.
Right, yes, sir.
Okay.
And I know we have a third contract on the agenda, but due to some questions from legislators, we decided to pull that and reassess it at a later time.
Yeah, that created a good bit of discussion, and I've heard from multiple sources on this. Anybody have a comment on this?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I just want to say that I appreciate the department pulling this one and looking at it and reevaluating it. There was a fair amount of consternation about it, and I think it is worth reevaluating and at least really spending some time explaining to this committee why that may be a good use of funds. So anyway, thank you all for
Right, understand.
taking the initiative on that.
And thanks from the legislators for the communication.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Thank you. Finance.
Yes, good morning. My name is Darrell Masters. I'm with the Division of Risk Management with the Department of Finance. We have 6 contracts before the committee today. The first 5 are similar in nature in that they are all new contracts for the Division of Risk Management's investment advisors. They are new contracts, but are continuing in a longstanding relationship with each of these 5 companies.
Can you unpack this a little bit? Literally pages 7 through 9. I had several that had multiple questions on this same firm, one Birmingham, one Montgomery. Just walk us through that. I get.
Sure. They're the same company, but different firms within that company, and they serve 2 different purposes. One is for more investments, stocks, bonds, other things such as that. The other is more short-term investments, money we can access through the state insurance fund if we have a natural disaster or something, need the money quickly, but still we are earning a good rate of return on that money. That's not available through some of the other advisors that we use. Those two companies service the same company, but the two brokerage, two advisors are independent and service very well.
Okay, very good. Any questions? So this would be Stifel, Wells Fargo, page 7.
Yes.
And page 8, Morgan Stanley, Morgan Stanley. And then Regions, and then D&B.
Yes, sir. D&B would
Is
be
risk management.
one different contractor.
Right.
It is the CTIF, the State Employee Insurance, Self-Insurance, workers' comp equivalent, and he is the medical director there who works with that program and provides guidance for treatment of state employees who have been injured.
Do you, by any chance, y'all have job description on that?
I do not know. I can check with that.
Would it be a medical doctor?
He is it requires a medical doctor. We have a number of nurses on staff who take care of most of the problems and most of the questions that come up. But for instance, during COVID, we had a number of questions that required the expertise of a medical doctor to make a decision as to whether or not that person was exposed or contracted something in the line of duty or in the part of their job, and that is Dr. Bropst and his company's role in CTIF.
Any other questions? Bottom of page 9. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Forensic science, top of page 10.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and members. I'm Angelo Delamano, the Director of Forensic Sciences. We have one contract for you today. It's a no-cost time extension for the architectural services for the ongoing construction of our new Huntsville Regional Laboratory and Medical Facility.
I had one question. Fund source other.
It's state funds complemented by the PSCA.
PSCA.
Yes, sir.
I'm missing
Public
that.
School College Authority. It was part of the PSCA bonds from years ago.
I got you. All right, any other questions, members? Thanks, Angela.
Thank you, Senator.
Historic Commission.
Good morning. I'm Eleanor Cunningham with the Historical Commission. We have one contract today for architectural services.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thanks, Eleanor. Human Resources.
Good morning. I'm Jennifer Bush with DHR Legal. We have a 2-year renewal with Warren Averett Technology Group, LLC. It's 50% federal funds, 50% state funds.
Okay. I have a macro question on this one. Does this impact any other departments?
I'm not aware of that impacting any other departments, but I could find out. I cannot guarantee it does.
The logic that I was trying to go with that, if it does impact other departments and each one would be separately contracting, if there's a way to pool what we're doing with any particular vendors, sometimes that might make sense on economies of scale. So that's why I was asking.
So what we do with this particular vendor, in the county DHR offices, there are children who receive funds such as SSI, and this program, the software program, is used by the county offices to account for those funds. So it is used by the individual 67 county DHR offices. So I'm not aware of any impact it would have on any other state agency.
Okay. Members, any questions? Thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Labor?
Good morning.
Morning.
Ray, Alabama Department of Labor. We have one contract for review today. This is an extension of an already existing engineering contract. We are tasked with, when made aware, we go out and remediate old wildcat mines. They're all over the state from back in the previous century. when somebody calls us to remediate one of these, we apply for federal funds. Those federal funds come to us. We then make the property right. We'll take it back to its natural condition. This particular one of the individual property owners adjoining it, this is in Vestavia Hills, has now withdrawn their permission to use their right-of-way. So now the engineers will have to re-engineer that contract to be able to figure out how to now make this project work. Luckily, instead of rebidding it for the extra $48,000, we can simply have them redesign it. And this is all federal money.
Okay. First of all, thanks for being in business and what you do.
Yes, sir.
I have a question, though. Capron Engineering, under LLC members, none of that was provided. I'm going to hold this. If you would just provide LLC members, that's a note to everyone in the crowd today. When you have have any of these contracts come up, we have a specific line item where you fill in members of LLCs. If you could do that and get it to us, and we'll cut it loose.
Absolutely. We'll take care of that today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mental health.
Okay, Brian Penn, we have one contract, it's Omni Institute. We have an amendment to add $5,000 to the contract.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Pardon and parole.
Good morning. I'm Claudia Smith for Pardons and Parole. We're here on a contract that came through back in November. This is merely an amendment substituting paragraph 19, the alternative dispute resolution clause.
Here again, just an encouragement. We played ping pong with this several times. If you can.
I apologize and share your frustration. I have reason to
Frustration's
believe it
running
will not
deeper.
happen again.
Thank you. I like that. Go get them, Claudia. Thank you.
I'm really trying.
Public health.
Good morning. I'm Valerie Russell with the Alabama Department of Public Health. I'm here on 3 contracts. The first one is with One Diversified LLC. It's a contract that's 100% federally funded to upgrade the Center of Emergency Operations, which is existing in Prattville, Watauga County Annex, to upgrade the on-site state-of-the-art audio system and video wall, and also when this is not used for the emergency operation, it will be used to train the ADPH employees.
Questions?
That's a big TV.
Do you want any more information about that? Okay.
Okay, the second contract is with Binks Health. Is to provide at-home Std Hiv testing, notification, and referral, and treatment for at-risk individuals with limited or no access to STD and HIV testing and preventive services. I apologize, I've left my glasses in the car, so I have to hold it out. It's a sole source, and it is also 100% federally funded.
Questions? All right. Ramsel.
Okay, this is a contract regarding pharmacy benefits management services, includes adjudication, coordination, and benefits of point-of-sale processing.
I'd love for you to unpack that just a little bit.
Well, I brought someone with me that is much more knowledgeable about that. But I know that the funds are from other fund source, and
I've got Alabama Disadvantaged Program and the work I'd done prior to this, and anyway, I'm trying to understand that better, and then also your function as a PBM, if you will.
Okay, just introduce yourself.
The pharmacy benefits management services, what they do is provide enrollment and eligibility administration for clients throughout the state that are HIV positive. That includes the payment of pharmacy drugs to pharmacies, administering a pharmacy network, our 340B network administration, which is the rebates that we receive from drug manufacturers.
Is this statewide?
Statewide, yes.
340B?
The 340B program is the rebates that we receive from the drug manufacturers. So yes, it's statewide.
So we are, in essence, functioning as a PBM?
No, we're not.
But Ramsell is.
Ramsell is the PBM that manages all of those, the drugs formularies, the pharmacies that provide the prescriptions. So it includes CVS, Walgreens, your mom and pop drug stores. So there are network pharmacies that are a part of the program, and they do the management of those.
But we do have independent pharmacies in this mix?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, any other questions, members? Thank you. Rehabilitation Services.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Amy Blakeney with Department of Rehab Services, Director of the Early Intervention System. We're here to ask for a no-cost extension for the existing C7 Enterprises contract. The contractor will be completing this contract within 10 months instead of 12 months.
On time arrival, like that. Any questions? Thank you, Amy.
Please come see me after the meeting.
After the meeting? Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Secretary of State.
Good morning.
Morning.
Clay Helms here with the Secretary of State. We have one contract amendment to add functionality to our campaign finance system due to a law change requiring municipal candidates to file with our office. Doesn't extend the time, just adds money to add that functionality. The second one is a 2-year contract for communication services at $70,000 a year. We RFP'd this professional service, sent it out to 46 potential vendors. We received 1 response and negotiated terms on that one.
Okay, any questions?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to hold that second one. I just have a few questions.
Thank you for making the corrections too on the forms as we came through here. Good job. All right, any other questions? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Veteran Affairs.
Good morning. I'm Kim Justice. I'm Executive Director of our State Veterans Homes. And we have the one contract today for architectural services. It's an open-end contract to do work in the State Veterans Homes.
I appreciate the work y'all do throughout the state. It's critical.
Thank
Here
you.
again, though, initial stuff was rejected. If you could just tighten up next time on initial submission of contract, that'd be great. Any questions? We'll just hear our gratitude for taking care of our veterans. We're most grateful. Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
All right, legal services. Aaliyah.
Good morning. My name is Chris Reeder. With Aaliyah, we have one contract on the agenda today. It's for legal services with Alan Sheehan of the firm Capel Howard for representation of Stan Stabler and the lawsuit.
Okay. Again, initially, issues with the contract, little ping pong, got it corrected. First time is what we're looking for.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Attorney General's Office.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Clay Crenshaw with the AG's office. Have 2 contracts today. The first contract is with the law firm of Scruggs, Dodd, and Brisendine out of Fort Payne. This lawsuit involves a charitable trust where there was an allegation that the AG's office had a conflict of interest. Thus, we had to hire outside counsel. We are raising the financial cap on that contract because of work being done in the case.
Okay. Questions?
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Clay. You got one more?
Yes, sir. This is a contract with an expert witness in the reapportionment cases. As this body may know, a part of this case is pending in the United States Supreme Court, but when it comes back down, we're going to have to ramp up very quickly for a trial. So we're getting ready with this expert witness. He's already been working on the case, but we're raising his financial cap on his contract.
Appreciate your diligence on
Yes, sir.
into that one, as long as many other things. Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, corrections. Page 19, this one was asked to be pulled, just so you know. Page 20, corrections, also pulled. House Minority Leader.
Good morning, members of the committee.
Morning.
My name is Luke Kisla. I'm Chief of Staff for the Office of Minority Leader. This is a contract for legal counsel with a person that we have used in the past. And although I am an attorney, in fact, I worked for a lot of y'all in a past life, managing the daily operations of the caucus and the Office of the Minority Leader, I don't have the ability or time to give this legislation the attention that it deserves. And so I really appreciate y'all taking a look at this contract to give our office the support it needs.
First of all, you're missed. I'll just say that up front.
Thank you very much. Don't hold it against me, please.
No, we won't. We wish the best. Here again, little problem at the beginning of this submission. So attention to detail's good, but you're missed. We wish you well in what you're doing. Any questions?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to reiterate you're missed, and we appreciate you still answering our phone calls from time to time, because some of us still call you and rely on you. So we appreciate that and appreciate the leader allowing us to do that.
I'm still here, and I still can't charge. So.
Appreciate you.
Luke, once again, you're missed, and we're grateful. Thank you.
No. Any questions?
We're good.
Yeah, thank you.
Human Resources.
Jennifer Bush with DHR Legal Office. We have 4 legal services contracts. The first is an amendment with Bainbridge, Mims, Rogers, and Smith LLP.
Any questions?
The second is a new 2-year contract with Lee Law Firm LLC.
Questions? Thank you.
The third is also a new 2-year contract. It's with Rosen Harwood, PA.
Here again, in this and other, help me unpack the last 2, bottom of 21, top of 22, other sources.
Yes, sir. That is with the General Liability Trust Fund.
Okay, thanks. Any questions? Thank you.
And the last is with the Cole Law Firm, and that is a renewal of a 2-year contract.
You got the others right. This is the only one we had a little bit of a problem with on initial submission, but thank you for getting it straight.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mental health. Okay, yeah.
We have 2 contracts. They're both with Rosen Harwood. The first one is an amendment. It's an extension of time only. There's no new money. And the second one is it's a new contract. The attorney was appointed by the Attorney General due to conflict of interest in the case.
Okay. Other sources of funding.
Risk management.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're about to adjourn. Senator Elliott's got a comment, and then I've got a closing comment. Senator Elliott.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just had one quick comment to make, and I'll be sure to follow up with it. But I don't, unless I'm wrong, I don't see a representative from the governor's office in the room, unless there is somebody. Okay. I'm glad to see you there. If there's a contract that's held for some reason or another, there's probably a reason, for it. And I know that's happened in the past, and then you see 30 days go by or 45 days go by, and then the governor signs a contract. It might be nice if we we kind of communicate a little bit about why that was held and the reasons for that, and maybe can give some advice to the governor's office on why we had done that and what the concerns were prior to her, instead of just, well, we wait it out and move on. I think that might be constructive. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well said, Senator Elliott. As we wrap up this month, attention to detail is really critical. I've said it every month. Our staff does a remarkable job, but when there's a lot of ping pong going on, it makes it really hard. If you just double check, get someone else to take a peek at what you're about to submit, that would be super helpful, because we've got an A team here, but especially when we're in session, there are a lot of other moving parts involved with this. And then lastly, I just want to wish you a great Maundy Thursday, Good Friday tomorrow, and then Easter Sunday. Have a great, safe weekend. Look forward to seeing you guys next month. Appreciate it.